The 100 was an organization founded to act as mentors for a specific group, young African-American males located in Middle Tennessee.
It took us about a year of meetings before we actually decided it was going to be 100 black men of Middle Tennessee. What that did for us is allowed us to basically firm up our mission. And that mission became to nurture and enhance the growth and development of young black males in Middle Tennessee.
We recognize the need in this community of a lot of single-parent homes, particularly where there was no male person around, anyone to give that type of image for these young men.
We probably embark upon one of the most important programs that we face in this nation. You read about it every day. Young black men doing this, a young black man going to prison. We want to try to make a change. We want to try to look and see what's wrong with that picture.
And the wake-up call was when we found that kids spend grades 1 through 3 learning to read, and grades 4 on reading to learn. And kids were missing that grade 1 through 3. So that was very, very critical.
What I recognize and what many of us recognize in public education in the country is that we haven't been successful with large numbers of children across our country, particularly in urban settings, with economically disadvantaged children, with children of color, with children of different cultures from different parts of the world. And we have to come up with a better way of supporting those children and learning how to be successful.
You'd be surprised at the number of people that have it within, but for some reason or another are not able to articulate it to the level that it could or should be.
I think once people see that something can be done by people that are just like them, it eliminates all the excuses. Now all they have to do is figure out how'd you do it. And if they know who to go to, we can tell them how to do it. Now they just have to execute.
These kids will be what they see. That's really sums it up.
I think I was successful in a lot of areas simply because exposure. I look for exposure. I talk to people, and I think these young men are being trained to do just that. They've gotten a taste of it now. And once you get a taste of the good life, well, you don't generally want to go back.
What differentiates the 100 from a lot of the other opportunities we have to give money is that this organization intervenes in young kids' lives. If you can intercept these young kids in an early part of their life, you can really make a tremendous difference as to how they grow as individuals. Because so many of these little kids, they get born into an environment where they know no different. They haven't had the opportunity of seeing the other side of life, the productive side of life, And what we're trying to do in our charitable giving is give money to help young kids have a chance in life. When you see the little smiles on the faces of the kids that you are positively affecting, when you are providing them with guidance and hope, it is one of the most extraordinary things that you can ever accomplish as a human being. None of us will die and reflect about how much money we've made and this, that, and the other. To me, it's how you affect people's lives. And what this organization does is positively affect people's lives. And that is so powerful.
I'm a very big believer in donating money to organizations who are working on a one-on-one basis in whatever their field happens to be in human services. I had wonderful mentoring, and it helped me a lot. And so I believe that it's incredibly important for any child to have those kind of role models. And they're willing to, as they say, pay forward by helping some other young person be a better person, grow up with values, and really make a difference in that person's life.
100 Kings program is the best I've seen, and I say that without reservation. when you establish a long-term caring relationship between an adult, a responsible, a good role model adult, and a student at a young age, and support them through their years of middle schools and high schools, you just can't do any better than that. And your success shows. The statistics tell the story.
With the statistics saying that 47% of black males in America graduate from high school, programs like 100 Kings are somewhat miraculous. Back in 2003, we started with 100 fifth graders from all over Metro. And of those initial 100 boys we started with, 90 of them graduated from high school, an amazing 90%. And of that number, 69 of those students stayed in the 100 Kings program from 5th grade through 12th grade. And the more exciting news as you think about what this is about and what the 100 is about, is that 42 of the 69 boys who graduated from 100 Kings qualified for college scholarships. Those 42 boys are now attending 17 different colleges and universities across the country. And the more exciting news is the fact that the 100 Black Men of Middle Tennessee donated $300,000 in college scholarships. And on top of that, those students earned another $460,000 in scholarships. We are so excited about the success of 100 Kings now and in the future, and we're fired up about the commitment these young men have made to such a great program and a great process.
I know a lot of people who are my age that didn't have a program like the Kings, and their life's pretty rough. If they're not working, they're either in jail or got several kids on the way.
We wanted to let them know and understand that that doesn't have to be a part of their life story.
Seeing some of my friends and how they were outside the program and I was on the end, and seeing how they went through everything, most of them didn't go to college, and some of my friends fell victim to the streets.
We know about the violence that takes place in a lot of inner city communities. We wanted them to have futures instead of funerals.
If I wouldn't have been the 100 Kings, my life would have been cut short. Like, I probably would have been out in the streets, still, you know, hustling and all that. But now I'm in college.
They gave us the tools necessary to graduate and score good on the ACT, because I took the ACT by myself before, or practiced ACT before I came to the Kings. I think my score was like a 12 or 13. And then through the program and the reading sessions and summer sessions and pretty much being in summer school indirectly gave me the tools I needed, and I ended up with a 21.
Too many times, young African American males don't have the relationships that they need, the supportive relationships that they need to be successful in school. And the best is to capture those most responsible of adult role models that are of the same culture and speak the same language. Too many of our teachers are the majority of our teachers are white, the majority of our teachers are women, and that makes it more difficult.
A boy in the 100 Kings program will have over 450 positive interactions with some of the top doctors, lawyers, husbands, and fathers in Middle Tennessee.
Where I'm from, I really don't see it that much. I see drug dealers and all kind of just thugs. And being around doctors and teachers and lawyers, it's really just like, wow, I can do it. This could be me. So doing that just made it all worthwhile.
One of my primary goals was to instill in them the sense of responsibility for future generations. You know, you want them to want to give back and help other young men accomplish some of the things that they're accomplishing now. And so to hear that they want to come back and be counselors, I feel like we've accomplished at least one of our goals.
I'm ready. I've already told them, like, count me in. I want to be a counselor.
I'm actually pretty excited. I've talked to Rodney several times. Okay, are y'all gonna use us for counselors? Can we help out?
I plan on coming back and being a mentor to the ones that they're bringing up in the future.
This isn't really just our program, this is the entire community's program, because people from far and wide have contributed $50 to $50,000 to make 100 Kings and other 100 Black Men programs successful.
I think the most valuable experience I had was just the fellowshipping and the bonds that I built with the men in the 100.
I now have, you know, any number of sons, little brothers or nephews that I consider my own now, that you know, they're a part of my life for the rest of my life at this point.
We're saying to these young men, we will work with you for the next 12 years. We want to watch you go from age 10 to age 22, and we want to help you complete the dream, which is to graduate from college and become a productive person in society.
Life is hard work. If you don't strive to be successful, you won't be successful.
It feels good knowing that I'm going to be able to benefit and help other people and give them back what Rodney and the other people of the 100 gave to me.
Last 9 years, wonderful. That's all I can say. It changed my life.